This is the first of a series I'm calling The Web Sucks. You might have seen Linux Sucks by Lundu before. This is The Web Sucks by me, John Cameron. There's so many things that we can talk about in terms of how the web just sucks nowadays. But I'll start off with ads. The irony of articles like this is right here on the side we have an advertisement. This is about the decline of user experience due to ads. And here we have ads right here. There are much more egregious examples. This is what you're greeted with when you come to brainhub.eu. I don't even know what BrainHub is. But as soon as I'm here, we have to click through their advertisement for their info pack. We have to turn off all of their dystopian European ads, and then finally we can get to the content. This is the unfortunate reality of browsing the internet in 2025. This one here from Forbes, right next to the title, we've got a big old ad. The truth in user privacy and targeted ads. Luckily, I seem to have done a pretty good job with keeping my information away because this is not really relevant to me at all. But here it is. When I scroll down, it comes right back to follow me. And they have more slots for ads here, and they're still not showing up. Here's an ad. Here's an ad. What is the importance of targeted ads? What should platforms and apps do? What they should do is find ways of actually providing a service that is valuable beyond the simple regurgitation of information. This is hard for people who have grown up in academia to understand. But there are ways that you can actually provide value to people without stealing their data, without using that data to advertise to them. Some people actually want the thing that you are providing, you personally, not the advertisers connected to you, that you are providing. You can provide that to them. Why does Candy Crush need to steal and hijack your information? Why do these random little calculator apps and to-do list apps on your phone need to connect to a server? They don't. They can work on the device. So this is one of the things that we're going to focus on moving forward, is keeping things offline. And when you do have to go online, we go to PWAs. What is a PWA? Progressive Web App. This is what Steve Jobs promised us back in 2007. He's dead now. But when the iPhone was first invented, it was clear that the easiest way to gain adoption for these apps that they were wanting to make was through progressive web apps, because it didn't just work on your phone, it worked on your computer too. That's what it means by progressive. A web app means you're just running it through the browser. The only time that you really need an application as we know them today is to send a notification or to take some hardware data from your phone. Usually that's a gyroscope or something like that, something that tells the tilt of your phone, something that tells the location of your phone. However, this is largely an artificial limitation imposed by Apple when they realized that they could make lots and lots of money from their App Store. When Apple decided to go App Store back in 2007, they started to realize that, sure, we could make these progressive web apps and just make websites for people to use as applications on their phones, or we could charge them lots of money and prevent them from making a lot of the software that they want. It would be easy, it would be trivial for Apple to provide notifications through the web interface, but they choose not to because that's their bread and butter. That's how they're making people produce applications for them. You can see it all through these random posts. Like, there's ads interspersed into everything. Most of these could be progressive web apps, but choose not to be, largely through a lack of knowledge, And what that is, here's another cookie banner. Love that. It's the state of the internet. Why are there so many cookie banners? Well, ask your own website. You're using them. Cookies, consent fatigue is killing the web and driving the AI boom. Well, I don't know about driving the AI boom, but it certainly is killing the web. Oh, create an account to read the full story. It's a little aggressive, don't you think, Medium, for being a free platform? And again, these things just stack up over time. And then, of course, there's Europe. There's a reason that European tech companies make up a teeny tiny percent of the world's total economic output. Europe is hostile to technology. There's some things it's done really great. The ability to export data, some of the stuff that they've done with privacy has been good. But the one that I noticed the most is exporting data. Most of you don't even know what that is. Most of you don't realize that data portability is something that not only do you have access to now, it's something you can do and should do. Data portability between online services. That means you can go to google.takeout.com and request a backup of all of your data. Now, you might be relying on them so much that it takes you days and days and days to download all that data. I actually still haven't successfully been able to download all my 700 gigabytes of Google Photos. But that's largely a part of my network provider and not necessarily Google. You can go to Facebook, you can go to Instagram, Twitter, you can go to Dropbox, you can request backups of all of your data. You can go to Pinterest, you can go to all these sites that want to operate in Europe because they know that they're required to provide these backups in order to operate in Europe. So that's the one good thing I'd say that Europe has done for us. But other than that, Europe is a hostile place to technology. So that's the web sucks for right now. There's a lot more that I have to say about it, but that's the state of it right now. We've got ads, we've got some data portability, we've got some benefits through Europe, and we have Apple and other companies, Google included, intentionally preventing the development of web apps as a viable alternative to app stores on their software. And that's what we got. We're seeing these companies wanting to regulate themselves, and that's because they know that they can push out the little man that's trying to come up behind them. And that's not what we want to see. We want to see lots of competition, and one of the ways to do that is through web applications. It's through limiting the amount that big companies can participate while boosting up smaller companies. So that's what we got. That's the web sucks.